you'll see some clips of me and my hair and my armpits. Look at my armpits. Hi, my beautiful lovelies. Welcome back to my memoirs and a fresh page from my diary. I wanted to start this video with a clip of how my hair looked like in the last 4 months or so. I had freshly washed my hair. I had undone the hairstyle that I had before. I washed it and I did these twists myself, and I was looking so good and so neat. I wanted you to have a picture of what you're going to see in the next clips. So by now, I believe you know that we are going back to town and kind of giving off-grid a rest and trying to regain financial stability. I won't go much into detail with that because I talked about it in the last video. So during this few clips, this video, I was just prepping for the travel, prepping the girls' hair because they were looking a mess. Sorry, I don't have former clips of how their hair was, but the last time I did their hair was around 2 months before. So you can imagine, the kind of mess that their hair had, or rather was on their head. And if you can see me, you'll see some clips of me and my hair and my armpits. Look at my armpits, look at my hair, and look at that water from my girl's hair. Excuse me. So I wanted to talk about this, and I don't know if anybody else experiences this or it's just me. I am a very, very minimal person. I'm very down to earth. I don't go overboard when it comes to dressing and makeup and skincare and all that. I'm very, very simple. But I think what was making me give myself time, or rather take care of myself back in the city, was the fact that I was working and I was at the front office and I had to present myself in a certain way. So that kept me on toes. I had to constantly do my hair and dress up, look presentable for the job, for the role. But now that I've come to live, or now that we have been living off grid for the past 2 or so years, I am starting to realize that I have tendencies that I didn't really think about before, because I have not been taking care of myself. So I don't know if it is just me and my behavior, or it is me not having maybe the funds to do that. But you see how my hair looks and how it looked. This is like 3 months after, I think almost 4 months after I did my hair. And at this point, I had not touched it. I had not washed it. It was just like that. It was very dirty. It was smelling. It had dandruffs. It had scum and scabs. And I was thinking to myself, I have really let myself go. I have really, really let myself go. And I think the saddest part is it also affected the kids. My girl's hair was looking very, very bad, as you can see. And same applies to the boys. For the girls, I think the last time I did the hair was a while back, and same as mine, they were not being washed, not being taken care of. And for the boys, the last time they had a shave, I believe was last year. Yes, last year. So mental health, mental health, mental health affects a lot of things. And in my case, when you're in a place of, or when you're coming from a place of scarcity, you barely have room to think about the finer things of life. Your mind just focuses on what you're going, the basic of basic needs. Leave alone school, leave alone shelter. Okay, shelter, yes. But the most basic of things, that is food. That is where my mind has been. Food. Anything else is I don't have space or capacity to hold, because whatever that we were having or getting was barely enough. So I don't know, I'm just doing this so that I could have a mental picture, a visual diary of where I was at a particular time and probably where I'm going to go at, in the coming days or months. And I wouldn't want to be in such a position again where I don't have a problem if it affects me. I'm a grown up, I can take care of myself and all that. But when it now affects the children, the kids, now that is where I get to draw the line. It's very, very unfair. And looking at it now, it's very, very bad. So I managed to wash their hair. This was in the midst of the preparations that we were making to go back to the city. And doing the girls' hair was one of them. I couldn't do much for the boys because we don't have barber shops here. So I was like, for the boys, they will shave off their hair once we get to Mombasa. But for the girls, there's something I can do. And believe you me, I did this. The pressure came from the fact that we were going on a trip. We were going back home. If not, I don't think I would have had the strength, the mental strength to even do any of this, which is the most derailing part of it all. And it's self-care. Self-care is important. Self-care is important. And in the next chapter of my life, I would like to give myself self-care. It is something that it's not really in me. I'm the kind of person who puts everybody else's needs first before my own. And I am very bare minimum. I am very, very bare minimum. I don't go after, the fancy classy things. I'm very much okay with anything, and I can work around anything. So maybe I should try and change that. I'm a woman. I think it will set a good example to the girls too, and to the boys. Yeah, so that is it. I washed their hair, I prepared it. This is the best I could do. Just some temporary locks, some loose braids. And then as in the background, you could see I did some laundry as we were preparing to go back to Mombasa. So for the boys, they will just put on a hat, some hats to cover. And then when we get home, they'll get to do their thing. So yes, let us prepare to go back. Of course, I'll take you along and you will get to see how everything went. Oh, and P.S. A woman's head is her crown. So hair is one of the most important things that adds to a woman's beauty. That's what my mom keeps on telling me. So till there, my beautiful lovely. Bye. See you in the next one.